Gurudev Gaurachandraya Radhikāya Stadādaya Krishnāya Krishna Bhaktāya Tat Bhaktāya Namo Namo Badhe Vitanute Bhakti Mūrkhamāvartai Smriti Yat Kripātvamaham Vande Srimati Radharani Prabhu. Jai Gurudev. Jai Ananga Manjari Samputika. Samputika means to offer something very beautiful. We are not offering rice or sabjis in the samputa. What is usual to offer in samputa? Sweets. Sometimes big leaves. What Sri Radhakund is enjoying in their pastimes. So here, in Ananga Manjari Samputika, Ramachandra Goswami is offering the sweetness of Ananga Manjari and Sri Raganuga Bhakti, which is give us pleasure, Ananga, eternal bliss. So now is glorifying Manjari, and in this glorification, he is describing the truths, tattva of Manjari. Nityānanda Sri Chaitanya Nijo Prano Kori Jani Hero Chitta Srimati Jan Hua Vinachandra Shishya Jan Kijani Muhammadar Guno Varne Hanu Asekela Akhilo Jagat Jaya Sarva Jive Kori Daya Nityānanda Sampati Vihari मो अधमे ही करो पाद पद्म निरंतर रहे मनो कोपुना पश्य. Ramachandra Goswami is praying to Mother Janava. Hey Mother, hey Mother Janava, you are very nearest one. And Nityānanda and Sri Chaitanya, both of them is like prana of you. In front of you, by your vested both are in the same stage, on the same stage, same platform. Because by truth, they are not different forms. If you have respect for Nityānanda, then you can realize Gaurachandra. If you have some respect for Sri Gaurachandra, then you can realize Nityānanda. By Nitai might say, you can feel Sri Gaurachandra. By Sri Gaura Mahasi, you can feel Sri Nityānanda, Dayal Nitai. So we have to respect, we have to love, not respect. We have to love both of them. Because we need both of them in our life. Mother Janava, by her activity, she is teaching us. Nityānanda Sri Chaitanya Nijo Prana Purijana. She is loving both of them as her prana. Anauchitta, Srimati Radharani. She prepared her mind and heart in that way. Virachandra Shishya Jat Tijani Muhimatar Guno Varne Hanu Achetiva. She is matchless. You cannot compare Mother Janava with anyone. Virachandra was her disciple. And she teaches Virachandra in the same way. Virachandra, who is Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu himself, who is Sri Gaura Sundar himself, but again, he was taught by Mother Janava to preach this move to everyone. Because Mother Janava will not go everywhere for preaching, but Virachandra will go. So that's why Mother Janava taught in that way Prabhu Virachandra. Akhilo Jagato Jaya Sarva Jive Puridaya Nityānanda Sampati Vikari. Oh my mother, oh my sweet mother, please bless everyone. Sarva Jive Puridaya. Please keep your blessings to everyone. Spread your causeless mercy to everyone. I know it is there. It's like rain. Your mercy, it's like rain. But I'm praying to you to feel that rain. We are in the rain, but we have no sense, we have no feelings. So that's why Ramachandra Goswami is praying to Mother Janava, please send us that power, such power, to feel that rain of your mercy, God's mercy. Nityānanda Sampati Vikari. I know Sri Nityānanda Dayal Nitai is always together with you. So that's why when you will bless us, the mercy of Nityānanda also will be there. Personally, or from your heart, sometimes Nityānanda personally is together with you, sometimes from your heart, but he's always there with you. Mo adhumei karo parupad nirantaro rahe monu kopuna pasha. Now Ramachandra Goswami is explaining our heart. He's praying, but his praying is like a teaching for us, for everyone. Oh my Janava, please send me such power to keep my mind and heart on your lotus feet. I don't want to take it away, but you know, always it is running away from your lotus feet, from Sri Nitai's lotus feet. It is our ignorance, some fickleness. So, by your mercy, we can fix and focus our mind only to your lotus feet. Go now, Pastor. Please bless me in that way that my mind always will be with your lotus feet. For us, it's very difficult. Just today I was talking with someone in social media. She's asking, what is surrender? 100%. What is surrender? 100% surrender. I just recite from Rupa Goswami, what Rupa Goswami said. When our word and activity will be the same, always we are taking shelter, we are surrendering only by words. But we are not following our words. What I say in front of Krishna and Srimati Radharani, we are not following. We are doing something else, our activity will be different, and our words will be different. Not only by words. It's not so important what you say, it's important what you are doing. What is exactly your activity? How much it is for them? How much it is for you? Just compare the percentage. Then you have not to ask to anyone how much surrendered you are. Just compare in your mind and heart how much you are thinking for Srimati Radharani, Sri Govinda, and how much you are thinking about yourself. So when the percentage will out from your side, so you are not surrendered. When it is out the side of Sri Radha Govinda, so you are surrendered, but it's partial surrender. When your side will be nil, and the 100% out will be that side, other side, then it is complete surrender. From us, maybe it will not unconditional. Rupa Goswami said we have to offer unconditional. We have to surrender unconditional. But it's so difficult. By our effort, we cannot do. But we have to prepare our mind and heart to surrender in that way. Then the mercy, mercy will make it successful. Mercy from Sri Gurudev, mercy from Vaishnavas, mercy from Sri Radharani. But when that mercy will come, when the strong wind will blow for us, when our activity will be pure. When we'll activate ourselves for them, they will watch how much we are trying for that. Then the mercy will come. Then the mercy will appear. Then that desire will develop in our heart. Then one day, by mercy, after Gurudev, devotees, one day our surrender will be unconditional. First we have to surrender, take shelter. Then it will be unconditional. First it will mix with so many desires. Some condition will be there. It's very normal for us, natural. But one day it will happen, that unconditional surrender. So she asked me, what is unconditional surrender? If we are, then that okay, that's good. Then Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita he said that all the activities and the result it belongs to Krishna. He is the cause for everything. Then why the bad karmas is coming to us? Why you are performing some bad activities? He says that inside of our heart, from inside of our heart, he is directing everything of our activities. So the question is there. Then why we are suffering? Why the bad karma is happening by us? Why all those bad results is coming to us? It's starting from that surrender. If we will surrender, then she will wash our hand. It depends on our desire, attachment. Then you will control, direct us. But if our desire is very normal on the ground level, then from inside you will generate us. You will not control or direct. She will generate us. What is the activity of generator? Generator will produce the electricity. Is not? Generator is producing electricity. But how I will use that electricity is in my hand. My hand. It depends on my desire. I can use that electricity, that power for air condition. I can use that power for another things. It depends on my desire. So Krishna is generating us, not directing us from inside. And you must know, yes, he said, he is the cause of all activities, but all good activities. It is hidden. This word good is hidden there. He is the cause of all our good activities. All those people who are killing the animals are eating. Is Krishna's cause for that? No. That is bad use of our electricity. Krishna generators, Krishna produce our electricity, and we are using that electricity, that power, in a bad way. So for that activities, for all those bad activities, Krishna is not cause for that. For all our good activities, Krishna is there. When our mind will be in favor of Krishna, that time you will direct. She will show us the direction, how to use that electricity. But if our mind and heart is not in favor of Krishna, then that is, he is only doing his duty to produce electricity inside of us, and then we are using that electricity in a bad way. So that's the bad result will come according to our activity, bad karma. That is the point. So how our mind and heart will be focused. Some part it depends on our desire. How much our mind and heart is in favor of Krishna, Sri Nityānanda. What Krishna said in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. He said, Nridhamadyam Shulabham Shudurlabham Labham Shukalpam Gurukarnatharam Mayanukulena Navashakaritam Puman Bhavati Natare Shatma. Nridhamadyam Shulabham Shudurlabham. We got a very rare human form. After 84 lakh of yonis, that means 8.4 millions of different yonis, after traveling this, then we got this very rare human form. Krishna says, it depends how we will use that human form. It depends on our desire. If somebody can imagine that human form as a canoe, small boat, and we know for boat we need one captain, controller, isn't it? Sailor. If one boat, there is no sailor, controller for that boat, so that boat will follow the waves. Sometimes it will go right, sometimes it will go wave, sometimes it will go deep, and sometimes it will go under the water. Anything will happen if there is no controller, if there is no sailor. And sailor must be very perfect. If the sailor is not good, perfect, then he cannot control that boat in the ocean. Very, very strong waves. Krishna says, if somebody is cooking or appoint one very good sailor in his boat, for this boat, and who is that sailor? Sri Gurudev. Before he will appoint that sailor, he has to check how much perfection he has. If he can control your boat or not. After you will examine, then you can appoint him for the sailor to control that boat. Then Krishna said, who can do this? Who can appoint one very good sailor in his boat? So you know what I'll do? I will blow strong wind in favor of me on the sail of that boat. For that boat, I will blow a very strong wind. And by that strong wind, that boat will come very soon, very fast to me. So it's very important. Some parts of our dedication is dependent on our desire. We have fire like Krishna. Everyone, we have fire like Krishna, but we have to use that fire in a good way. If we can play, if we are playing with that fire, it will burn. And you can see so many people, they just burn their life. They just destroy their life because they played with that fire. We are not allowed to do this. So be serious about this. We have to prepare our mind and heart in favor of them. First Srimati Gauranga, then Srimati Radharani, not to Krishna. Don't forget. Don't go direct to Krishna. Then again you will do some mistake. Because they are very merciful. Nitai Gauranga, they are very merciful. And Srimati Radharani is very merciful, very kind. But not Krishna. Sometimes he is very cruel for his devotees. So don't do that mistake. তোমারও মহিমা যত মই ছাড় জানি কত নিজ গুণে তার দয়াময়ী করিয়া করুণা দৃষ্টি পুরাহ মনের ইষ্টি দুঃখ নাশ কর দুঃখ জয়ী সূর্য দাস পণ্ডিত সুতা সর্বগুণে সমন্বিতা পাদ পদ্মে নিবেদন করি জন্ম হয় যথা তথা ইথে মোর নহে ব্যথা স্বপ্নে যেন তোমার না পাশে Oh, Mother Janava, you are very merciful and kind. I cannot explain all the glories of you because it's complex. Your Mahima is complex. No one can explain, no one can describe, not even four-headed Brahma. Brahma said, he cannot describe the glories of Srimati Radharani. Even he tried by his forehead or mouth. He cannot. So, Ananga Manjari also sang glories like Srimati Radharani. Ramachandra Goswami says that I cannot, and no one can do this. Because you have countless Mahima. So, but I have desire to feel all your glory. Only by your mercy. If you can spray that knowledge as a seed in my heart, so by my care, taking care, I can develop that seed. Sri Gurudev. Sri Gurudev sending us the seed of bhajan. When we chant the mantra in our ear, with that word, he is sending the seeds of our bhajan, of bhakti, of Krishna's prema. Then our duty starts. Taking care of that seed. If you put the seed in the ground, then you have to take care. You have to give water, you have to give some chemicals to protect these from the insects. Then one day, that seed will open. Then the plant will come out from the seed. Then you have to take more care. Then you have to make one fence around it, around that plant. Others, goat and cow will come and they will eat. Inside of our herd, there is so many cows, so many animals there. So always they are trying to eat that plant. So we have to make that fence around that. When it will grow little bit, then we have to take more care. Like flower plants, grapes, that plant of grapes. Because when it will develop a little bit more, that means when they're little bit young, teenage, in the teenage stage, so some insects will come to eat their leaves and eat their roots. So that time we have to spray some, what do you say? Insect? Okay. Pesticides. Pesticides, insecticides, you have to spray to protect it, isn't it? So, for our bhakti lata, We have to do this. We have to take care. When it will grow, develop, when it will grow young, so it will develop by itself. We have not to take care then. In that way, we have to be very serious. Gurudev will send the seed and will put on the ground in our heart the seed of bhakti, seed of our bhajan. And then our duty will start. We have to take care. What is that taking care? Practice. Follow all the instruction of Sri Gurudev. Otherwise, that seed will die. But you know, the truth, bhakti seed will never die. It will be always there. Because Krishna said, no me bhakta pranashati. No me bhaktya pranashati. My devotees will never die. Because the seed of bhakti will never die. It will never destroy. No one can do this. So whenever the desire will appear inside of our heart, start to practice. So again it will start to grow up. That we have to take care in that way, very seriously. Otherwise, bhakti will not develop. But to do so many things. In one hand, bhakti practice is very easy, but in the other hand, it's very tough to follow. We have to be serious about this. Otherwise, we can do so many things in our life. Isn't it? Narottam Das Thakur is said, যে গৌরাঙ্গের নামলয় তারও হয় প্রেমলয়. Whoever will chant the name of Gauranga inside of his heart, suddenly the prema will appear. But so many times, every day, so many times, I chant the name of Gauranga. But no prema is there. Gauranga Namaje Jhore Nitya Leela Pure. Narottam Das Thakur said, whoever will chant the name, say the name of Gauranga, suddenly the tears of love will come out from your eyes. What will you see? No tears there.
Premasu.
No premasu. Why not? Is Narottam Das Thakur lied? No. Because of that. We are not really taking care. We are not really serious about that. Prema is very rare. It will appear by the mercy. But for that mercy, we have to make our mind in favorable mood of Sri Gurudev, devotees, Vaishnavas, Krishna, Srimati Radharani. Then prema will come. Then prema will appear. Bhakti will develop inside of our heart. করিয়া করুণা দৃষ্টি পুরাহ মনের ইষ্টি দুঃখ নাশ কর দুঃখ জয়ী. You are the destroyer of all distress, O Mother Janmala. We are here absorbed in this material pleasure, and that is all actually not pleasure. We accepted everything from this material world as pleasure. But actually they are not places, they are all these trees. But because of our ignorance, we cannot feel this. Oh my sweet mother, that is why I am praying to you, we are all your children. How one mother is taking care for her children, you please take care of us. Because we are in problems here in this material world, in samsara. We accepted everything which is sun. Samsara. Sara means essence. Sun, you know what is sun? Fake. Everything is fake, like acting. How much love you will get here, you must know everything is fake. That's why it's known as samsara. Sam means acting. Everyone is acting with everyone. But we accepted that samsara is the essence of our life. When you destroy that ignorance of darkness from our heart, then we can see the truth. Oh my sweet mother, please take care of your children. We are all very small. We are not even that knowledge, sense, feelings, what is good or bad. Like the infant baby. Infant baby. They don't know what is good or bad. That's why they are going to the fire and they are trying to touch this. Because they don't have knowledge that that fire will burn. We are all like this. And we are running to the fire. When it will burn, that time we can feel it. Oh, it was not really very pleasurable. Then we can realize the truth. But, oh my sweet mother, please stop us before that. Before the fire of samsara will burn us. Surjada Sakundita Sutta Sarvaguna Samannita Pado Padme Nivedana Kori Janmo Hoy Jatha Tatha Ithe Mor Nahi Vyatha Swapne Jani Tumana Pashe. Oh, the daughter of Surjada Sakundita. I know you got so much love from your parents, from your father, Surya Radharani. So you know what is parental mood, parental love. That's why I am reminding you, you are also daughter, you are also children of someone. You have to feel and you have to follow that parental mood for us because we are all your children. I'm not afraid. In my life, I performed so many bad karmas. And I know from the scriptures, and our next birth is following our karmas. If we are not doing such work, such activities as a human, so our next birth will not as a human. Maybe animals, maybe insects, maybe plants, maybe rock, anything. Yesterday, Vishwanath Baba, Vaishnava Baba, he came here in my room. And it was a long conversation between us. So during this conversation, he said that, you know, Prabhu, I'm watching that monkeys and pigs on the streets. And I have seen so many monkeys, they are suffering from disease. So many pigs. Some of them, they have only 3 legs. So for their working, it's very difficult to work normally. They're jumping. Some dogs, they are very sick. And then I'm saying, who's next to me, look, they were human before. Because of some avra, they're born as a pig. Everyone will born as a pig, sure. Here, in Radhakund, and they are suffering. If they are not following Sadachara and Bhajan, they are living here in Radhakund, but they have no consciousness for Krishna. They have no bhakti for Krishna and Srimati Radharani. They are born as a pig, sure. And they will suffer. They are not only born as a pig, they will suffer in that way. Ramachandra Goswami, he says, I'm not afraid about this. If I'm born as a pig or dog or plant or monkey, maybe very sick, very amputated legs or hands, I'm not afraid about this. Ki e manava pashu pakhi kule janami athava kita patange parama vipake gata gati puno puno motira bhutva parasange. Very nice word, very nice. Maybe I'll born as a plant, as a grass. Maybe I was born as an insect. Maybe I was born as an animal. Prabhu, it's not so important for me. I'm not afraid about this. I know. Because in my life, I never did any very good karma. So I'm sure I'll not get human form my next life, but I'm not afraid about this. If my mind will fix on your lotus feet, that is enough for me. Please bless me. Please let my mind connected with your lotus feet. So it's enough for me. If I'll be pig, no problem. If I'll be a monkey, no problem. But my mind must be there on your lotus feet. Ramachandra Goswami, he also saying like this. Janmo hai jatha tatha ihe no ithe mor nohe gatha. Wherever I will born, in which form I will born, it's nothing for me. I'm not afraid about this. But Swapne Janu Tomana. Please bless me in such way that I'll never forget, not even in my dream. Please keep my mind with you, connected with you in your lotus feet, in your lotus feet. So it's enough for me. Prabhupada Padme Muti Nirantara Rahistiti Henok Kripa Kuribe Amari Mukta Kanthe Bodhishno Bodomete Doritrino Eikin Kamati Kurihari. Hey Mata Yanava, it's my open prayer to you. And you can see, I took shelter on your lotus feet. Not unconditional, but I surrender. there is only one condition, that my mind will be always with you. Prabhupada Padmeroti, I want you to do this for me. That accept my mind always in your touch. It must be connected with your lotus feet, with your meditation. So it's enough for me. Bodhanate dhoritrino ei bhikkamani purikha. I'm begging. I know. I came with this bag for begging. It's prayed in front of you. I know. You never let me go away from you. Empty bag, empty bag. Because your Saranagata Vatsal will come to you, take shelter on your lotus feet, you will fulfill their desire. You are so kind and you are so merciful. That's why I am begging to you, your mercy. Nothing else. Not this material pleasure, not the high stage in my spiritual life. Only that. My mind always will be connected with your meditation, with your lotus feet. So Ramachandra Goswami spread his bag for his begging in front of Mother Janava. So let's see what Mother Janava will do. Tomorrow evening we'll see if Mother Janava will fulfill his bag, his desire or not. Then, okay, but it's very small. Now you brought one small pot to bake prema, yes, but it's very small. We need very big. So Ramachandra Goswami, he opened his bag in front of Mother Janava. We can see tomorrow evening what Mother Janava will do for him. Then we can think about ourselves. If she will do for Ramachandra Goswami this, so she will do that for us also. Now, Kirtan.
Any questions?
Any questions there? If you want to ask, you can ask. Yes, you can ask.
How is it possible to, in the animal form, think of the lotus feet of Lord?
Yes, anything is possible. Nothing is impossible if the blessings and mercy is there. Because you know, the dog of Shivananda Sen sang Harinam Mahamantra in front of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he asked. Because he got prasad, Mahaprasad from the hand of Mahaprabhu, and when he asked, chant Mahamantra, and the dogs start to dance and chant Mahamantra. So if one dog, by the blessings, by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Prabhu, he can sing Mahamantra, Harinam Mahamantra like a human, like us. So they can fix and focus their mind and heart. Because animals also, they can feel love.
But there is a very exceptional case where an animal can do such a thing.
Yes, blessings and mercy is always exceptional.
So
Everyone will not get that
so
mercy.
this exceptional case animal can do.
Yes, it's very exceptional. Normally not happen. That's why they are asking for mercy, blessings. In Jharkhand, exceptional case, when Mahaprabhu was passing Jharkhand, that forest. So terrible animals also, they start to dance and sing Mahamantra with Saman Mahaprabhu. Even snakes, tigers, and all other animals. So anything is possible if he desires. Yes, it depends on the mercy. So now little bit kirtan.
Give me harmonium.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hari Hari Bol.